Hi everyone, welcome to another video of vinyl finds of all kinds, and I'm going to have to maybe change that title a little bit at some point because a lot of people seem to be making videos called vinyl finds of all kinds, so I just might change it. Everybody's welcome to show their vinyl finds, but come up with a new name, will you? Come on, No, anyway, don't have many records to show here, but I wanted to make a video anyway, so let's do it. First up, Lloyd Price, Mr. Personality's 15 Hits. Okay, so this is a really terrific album, and it's got that ABC Paramount label that I often say that I really love. I don't know what it is about it, but it's one of my favorite labels. And I suppose some of you may be remembering the last time I made a Vinyl Finds of All Kinds video. And I had said that I was thinking of maybe not getting a lot of non-Beatles vinyl and sticking with CDs. Look, guys, you know what it's like to collect, right? You know what it's like to be obsessed. And people say obsessed, I say passionate. You know, I just love it when I go to the record stores and I see an album that really catches my eye. Maybe it's the whole thing, it's the cover. Let me give you an example with the next one I'm going to show you, okay? Another Lloyd Price album. This one called The Exciting Lloyd Price. I got it for $5. I mean, it's a beautiful cover. It just gives you that whole feel of like the 50s, early 60s, and it's vintage. You know, you don't question things like this. For $5, it's like, well, it makes you happy. You know, it made me happy to see it. I love Lordy Miss Claudia. I love Stagger Lee. I said, you know, what the hell, right? Now, something else I can show you about this particular record here. And this is like how I can work another topic into this discussion here. Watch this. All right. Okay, now it's not in perfect condition. The record is pretty good, I get overall, but there's a split here, as you can see. I like to get things as close to mint as possible. But for $5, otherwise, the cover and the record are in good shape. Just a slight split. Now, I know people have ways of repairing these. A lot of people say there's a certain way they can glue the record down like that. Or I even know a guy, and you know who he is. I'll tell you who he is if he's watching. Chris, Dixieland Farm. You know, you remember he used to put cereal boxes in here. It's a long story. You can watch his video or ask him about it. He used to take the strip out of a cereal box and kind of put it inside and go with a glue gun or something to make like a seal. But what I do is, you know, I use these clear resealable bags. You always got to watch out, folks. If you don't know, see the glue there? Be very careful, because I had it happen to me just one time. It'll never happen again. Where, you know, you could get stuck on your cover and pull off some of your cover. But look at this. I put it in there like that. And I usually, in a case like this, what I'll do is when you have a split like that, I don't want to chance the cover getting even more split. So I take the record and I put it in the back. I generally don't like putting records in the back, but I'll do that when there's a split, just to avoid the cover getting more ripped. So that's it. I don't need glue. I don't need a cereal box thing. I don't need any kind of trickery. I don't need to staple it. I don't need to do anything. All I do is just put it in one of these clear sleeves, never take it out. Just get the record out from the top here when I want to play it, like that. Reseal it with the glue. And then just like that, sealed cover. That's how I do it. But yeah, seeing, you know, an album like that just really made me want to get it, you know. I mean, I'm not going to buy something I don't like at all. I mean, you know, if I don't like the artist or I don't like the music, I'm not going to buy it. Although I think a lot of collectors out there will admit to buying things just for a really cool cover at times. Whatever the reason is that you want something, you get it for that reason. It doesn't matter, no justification to yourself or to anybody else. But I thought I was going to be toning down the non-Beatles vinyl, and I find out I'm not. Now, here's another example. Mamas and the Papas, Deliver. And why did I buy this? I've seen this album many, many times. You know, This happens to be a mono copy, by the way. This is in mono, which I thought was interesting. It's got the 2 hits on it, dedicated to The One I Love and Creek Alley. Some of you may not know the song Creek Alley played. I think you'll know the song if you don't know the title. But it's a popular Mamas and Papas song. And the whole thing is, like, this is, again, is an example of an album that, you know, how many times will I play it, you know? On Dunhill Records, by the way. How many times will I play this record? I'll check it out once. I may be surprised. There might be other tracks other than the 2 hits that I like on it. But when I see a record for a good price and for cheap, you know, and hype, stickers, and the way it's, like, designed, it reminds you of the 60s, a classic group, Mamas and Papas. I like the Mamas and the Papas. They had some good hits. And just this vintage cover. It's a great shot. It's a fun shot, you know. So this was an example, too, where in addition to wanting to have the album because I like Mamas and Papas, I also just like the cover. I think this is a nice piece to have, you know. From time to time, you take it out of your collection and say, that's cool artwork. I think it's fun, you know. All right. Now, everybody know the Ventures? Matthew Street was showing some Ventures recently. I have a lot of Ventures records, and I picked up a couple more. Now, this one I already have, actually. I picked this up because it was cheap, and not just cheap, but it was in the shrink. And you know me, the ideal way to get a record for me is in its original shrink. It's not sealed, doesn't have to be sealed in this case, but, you know, that's where it gets iffy. You know, so, you know, as far as collecting goes, you can, like, say, well, I'm just going to only buy things that I really, really want. I can buy things that I want a little bit. I can upgrade things because it's shrink wrap. That's what I did. And I really like the Ventures. I like the Shadows also. They're kind of like guitar, high driving, surfy kind of rock instrumentals. I like that stuff. And here's a Ventures album that I don't see that often. Dance with the Ventures. And this was kind of weird in a way, because although it's called Dance with the Ventures, when I played the record, which I've already played side 1 of it, it said The Ventures Twist Party Volume 2. I don't get that. But the songs are all the same. The songs are the same ones that are listed on the cover. And what's interesting is, you see this code number here? BST 8014 up on the top. BST 8014. It's the same number here on the record label itself. So it is the same record. That's kind of bizarre. But there it is. And that's all I have got to show you, folks. But I managed to pad it out a bit. Usually I would like to wait till I get more items instead of showing like 3, 4, 5. You know, you want to try to show like 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. Anyway, folks, but thank you for spending some time here. Hope you had a little bit of fun. And as you can see, the collector bug, you know, you just get that urge and you want to collect and you want to add more. And if something really strikes your fancy and you want to have it, go for it. Watch the next time I do a video like this. I'm sure I'll have a different tune. How can I tell you? I'm being as frank and honest as I can. Thank you.